Hello and welcome to day 1 of your 30-day yoga play. My name is Lotta and we have a gentle yoga class today which is about 20 minutes long. So let's start in our first and most important pose, Shavasana, corpse pose, which is you extending your legs long, your arms relaxed to the side. Take any movements you'd like to adjust and get really comfortable in this pose. And then just take a deep inhale. Shavasana is usually at the end of every class, and we will come back to Shavasana as well. But I thought it'd be nice to start lying here, relax, set up our breath, and experience gratitude. Gratitude for clicking this video and starting your practice today. For taking the time for yourself and connect with yourself. So now to set up your breath, one hand on the belly and one on the chest. You inhale either through the nose or the mouth, really deep. And first your belly rises all the way up, like a child. So you inhale, belly goes out all the way. And then in the last third, your chest also rises. You exhale, chest deflates, and then the belly drops. Inhale. All the way into the belly. And exhale. This is diaphragmatic breathing, as we have a diaphragm, which is just below the lungs, and we want to really engage it while we breathe. And these breaths might be the deepest ones you've taken all day, or even all your life. So really deeply inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Belly all the way up. And exhale. Find your own rhythm. What is your speed of breath? And just keep on inhaling really deeply into your belly. And as you focus on your breath, just start feeling how your body starts getting more and more relaxed. With every deep inhale into the belly, you inhale the gratitude. And when you exhale everything that does not serve you, everything you don't need to hold on to. Just 2 more rounds of breath here. And last one. And then blink your eyes open. If they were closed, we'll roll onto either side into a fetal position. One last deep breath. And slowly come on up as we start with the movement and our practice. So transition onto your knees. I'm going to show you the second, well, we don't want to rank them, but another very important pose in yoga, which is child's pose. So first, keep your knees just together under your hip. Sink back on your heels. You can always put a cushion under here if it hurts. And extend your arms long out front. Drop the forehead or have a cushion or a block under your forehead. And just relax in your child's pose, still doing your deep belly breaths. So at any point in the practice, if you feel like it's too much, you need a break, feel free to come here into child's pose. So generally we refer to this as just child's pose, and then we also have our wide-legged child's pose. So you open your knees wider to the sides, toes are touching, and then again you sit down here on your heels, and you can have your arms extended out long. This will already be a bit of a hip opener. So if you've never done this pose before, this can already be stretching a little bit. So as in every pose, when you inhale and there's a bit of a sensation, let's say in the hip, you inhale and direct your breath into your hip. Just notice the sensation, but don't react. Now from here, let's come up into our tabletop. Tabletop, the hands are just below the shoulders. Roll the shoulders back and depress the shoulders. Knees are just below our hips. And now you engage your abs, which you can do by inhaling and then holding there, which does not mean you have to hold your breath, but I'm just trying to show you how to engage your abdomen. You engage your glutes and you engage your thigh. This is very active. And then your back is nice and straight. So if I was coming and placing something on your back that shouldn't spill or shouldn't drop, try to think I'm coming around with like a bowl of water or something. Don't let it drop. Don't have an arch or a rounding. Have it nice and sturdy and straight like a table. Deep breaths. Make this really engaged. This can already be an engaging pose. And now from here, let's add some movement. So when you inhale, drop the belly, slightly look up for our cow pose. Then you exhale, you round through the back, slightly tuck the chin for cat. Inhale, drop the belly, slightly look up. Shoulders are still down and active. And exhale, round through the back for cat. More, inhale for cow. Exhale, cat. And now start finding your own rhythm. Maybe you're faster or slower than I am. Beautiful. Hopefully you found your own breath by now, your own rhythm. Because now, feel free to keep with the breath, still the really nice belly breathing. But now you can take any organic movements you'd like. Maybe you're pressing almost back to child's pose. Maybe you're pressing a bit forward. Maybe you're going from side to side, doing side circles in both directions. Maybe you're still cat-cowing. Maybe anything crazy you'd like. Just really feel into your body. What does your body want? Where is the stretch? Maybe a really nice side stretch. Just couple whatever movements with your breath. And feel free to also add your neck in. Maybe you also want to engage the fingers. Your balance, challenge your balance a little bit. And then eventually, let's find stillness again. Inhale, left arm raises all the way up to the sky. And you exhale, place the arm through there. First, your shoulder goes onto the ground, then your side, your left side, and you can extend your right arm long for our thread the needle. You'll most likely feel some sensation in your right shoulder, bit of a stretch. And here you can make this more engaged with tucking your pelvis in. So right now my pelvis is out. I want to tuck it in. I'm just trying to, let's say, get my butt down this way. But obviously you're not actually moving your butt. It's more like the sensation. You're directing the energy that way. Deep breaths. And then right arm comes closer to the face. Press on up again. Left arm raises all the way. And place it back down. Tabletop. Deep inhale. And exhale. Right side comes all the way up. And we're going to thread it through. Left shoulder and left cheek goes on the ground. And maybe the left arm goes out in front. Deep inhales. And now left arm comes back up. We'll press up. Right arm lifts all the way up. And come back down. Now all my devices are giving up on me. Alright, so we're in a tabletop and we're going to start doing our vinyasa. Now is where you could look at the tutorial. I explained the vinyasa variations and the downward dog a bit more slowly there. So feel free to check that out. We're going to do our second variation here, where we come all the way down. We lift up either with the hands just below the shoulders or with your left hands raised up. And we're going to press up through the tabletop in our down dog. So with downward facing dog, which I also explained in the tutorial, we really want to have a really nice straight back. It doesn't matter whether your heels are on the floor or not. I really just want you to focus on your back, having the shoulders a bit away from the ears, and you can pedal out your down dog. Pedal it out. Wonderful. Now from here, let's transition into a plank and either drop your knees right away or hold this for one moment and then drop the knees. Vinyasa. Come up for whichever cobra, maybe hands on the ground or maybe here by the sides. Tuck your toes, tabletop and downward dog. Again, pedal out your dog. Really nice and deep belly breaths. And we're going to take our vinyasa one more time here. So come forward, maybe plank pose for one moment, or drop the knees right away. Drop the knees, and then come down with a negative push-up. Inhale, cobra, and come back to your downward facing dog. Deep inhale. And exhale, drop the knees, come to tabletop. Now we'll do a tiny bit of balancing here. So set up your tabletop nicely. And now let's just raise the right arm. And maybe that's perfectly fine. Maybe you want to stay here. Maybe you also want to extend your left leg up. Just focus on your breath. And again, if you just have the arm up and that's where you're at, perfect. Then, if that's you, drop the arm and lift the left leg and just alternate. Now we're all going to come down, lift up the left arm, maybe stay here, and then later just do the leg, or do both together. So now it's important that our hip is still level. So have a look, check in your body that your right hip is not hiked. So probably drop it a little bit. We all tend to sort of hike it up. And exhale. Now let's connect that to our breath. So inhale, raise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, raise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, raise. Exhale, lower. Focus on your own breath and go with your own flow of breath. And then next time you're up on one side, hold, and either hold and just relax here, or pulse up very gently. Again, don't overarch your back here, keep it still nice and straight. I'm going to come around with a bowl of water. And exhale, lower down, other side. And either just hold here, that's perfect, or pulse it up. And come lower, tabletop. We have one more vinyasa, so take whichever one you'd like. Come up to cobra. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, drop the knees. Transition into a comfortable seat. That could be your cross-legged seat or any other seat. We're in the stretching portion of the video now, so inhale, raise your arms all the way up to the sky. And exhale, left hand goes to right knee, right hand goes out the back, at the back, and maybe you gaze back. Come on through the center. Inhale, raise the arms all the way up. And exhale, right hand to left knee, left hand out the back. And maybe you gaze to the left. Come back to the center. Scoot your legs through. We're going to transition to our back. Now here, I'd like you to have your knees bent like this, and we're just going to windshield wiper them from side to side. It's totally fine if your knees are not touching the floor. They could be just halfway up. We're rolling our spine, we're gently twisting and moving everything. And then hold here, hug your right leg in, extend your left leg long. We're moving our right leg towards the left. So they could be all the way up here. Maybe it will help you to have your feet resting on your thigh, and your arms could be out in a T if you have the space. Gaze to the right. And relax in this reclined twist. Deep inhales and exhales. And then come on through to the center. Extend the right leg long. Hug the left leg in, move the left leg over to the right, extend your arms in a T, and maybe gaze to the left. Deep inhale, And exhale. Come back through the center. Now you can extend both your legs nice and long, arms out by the side, and really inhale deeply. And exhale. Just focus on your breath and your body here for a moment, and enjoy your Shavasana, your resting pose. I will let you know when to come out. Deep inhale all the way into the belly, and exhale, sigh it out. So wiggle the toes and the fingers, and slowly roll onto either side in a fetal position. Deep inhale, and exhale, press yourself up. Come into a comfortable seat. And I thank you so much for taking the time to start with your day one and letting me guide you in your practice. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on day 2. Namaste. Hi, and welcome to day 1 of your 30-day yoga play. This is the tutorial section, and we're gonna look at downward facing dog and 2 variations of vinyasa. So feel free to either follow along with me or look at it first, pause, and then do it on your own terms. Alright, first we're gonna set up our downward dog nicely. So you come in a tabletop position. The hands are right below your shoulders, fingers spread nice and widely. The knees are below the hips. Now from here, tuck your toes and first sort of shift back to hovering on your toes here, so your thighs are really close to your belly. Now from here, we'll lift up about halfway with the butt, so that your thighs are still really nicely on your belly. What we really want in our downward dog is to have a nice long back, as you hopefully can see right here in the video. And if that is your downward dog, that's perfectly fine. Otherwise, if you can do a bit more, you can from here extend your legs longer. Heels might be up here or all the way on the ground. But what we really want is that nice, long, elongated back. So if you are here, all good, perfectly fine. Yeah, and that is our downward dog. I'll do that one more time so that you can follow along. Again, hands below the shoulders, knee below the hips, tuck the toes. First go back, get the nice long spine, and then come to your downward facing dog. Deep inhale and exhale. Alright, so from our tabletop we can also start our vinyasa. The first one is the chest, knee, chin, where you have your hands here, and then you slowly come all the way to the ground until your chest and then your chin comes, and you untuck the toes. And then second part of our vinyasa is just the cobra here with the hands just below your shoulders. And then from here you press back up and come back to child's pose. If you can't do a down dog or you're too tired to do a down dog, child's pose is a great variation. So one more time, our first vinyasa. Come down, chest, knee, chin. Untuck, hands below the shoulders. Come on up. The tops of my feet are pressing against the mat. the butt's engaged. And then from here, you press back into child's pose. Second variation, if you want a little bit more, you come a bit more forward and you do a negative push-up really slowly all the way to the ground. From here, inhale, cobra, but this time lift the hands because now we're having our back do the work. Still, butt is engaged, thighs is engaged, tops of the feet are on the floor. And from here, tuck the toes and either go through your tabletop into your down dog, or we'll do it one more time. This variation, you come slowly down, untuck, up for cobra, and then you tuck the toes and you press up into your downward dog. So that was our little tutorial section for day 1. Please feel free to rewind, and either you have already done the practice or you're about to do the practice. Enjoy, have fun, and leave any comments or questions if you want to. Thanks, bye.